We're going to start tonight with our Student Design Awards. We've had a group of about 8 students here the last couple of days. Ruth has been working really hard with them. We'll get going with, let Ruth introduce all of our Student Design winners. But before we do that, let's give Ruth a big hand for all of her hard work on our Student Design program. Thank you, Ruth.
Well, welcome. This is one of the best groups we've ever had. I've been doing this for 12 years now. This is the 15th annual Student Design Competition. And since 2003, AOBA and now AOA have sponsored a college-level student design competition that is open to students from universities in Canada and the U.S. And every year it just gets better and better and better. Let me tell you how it works. The mission is that we are reaching out to the colleges and university in the hopes that these student design people in textiles and fashion will go on to have a great career and understand how Alpaca can work into their designs. And it's working. This is a list of past finalists of the Student Design Competition since 2010. Those are the only ones I know about because there didn't used to be Facebook and LinkedIn and all of that stuff back before then. So these are the ones that are gainfully employed in the fashion and textile business. Yes?
Number 2, we sell yarn timber.
Yay. Yes. Well, she started with us, you know. She was at Philadelphia, so great. I'm glad to hear it. And you'll see more of that. Many of these people are just really out on their own. Tony Embry is over in North Carolina with his own design companies doing really well. Leah Laria is in San Francisco, and I'm in constant contact with her. And the rest of them are actually gainfully employed. And it's just a great thing. So parents of your students here tonight, there's hope. Okay, the theme this year is the theme that we've had for the last 6 years because it works. It's environmentally friendly fiber for fashion and textiles. So there are 2 categories. They send in their boards to me. But before that, I send out tons and tons of yarn, roving, and fabric to the schools for them to give out to their students. So the judging happens at the beginning of May. The samples go out in January. The students work on their designs spring semester now, and then the boards come back to me, and then my team comes in to do the judging. We've had this team for 12 years now, and the 2 judges are Nancy Rutherford, who couldn't be here. She's at an International Textile and Apparel Association meeting in Santa Fe, New Mexico. So she sends her regards, but she loves doing this. She's from Knoxville. And then Jenny Bennett, who is our other judge, who is from Sweetwater and has been teaching spinning all day. So my faithful companion, Melody Wiest, stand up. Not only are we cohorts in crime in just general Alpaca stuff, she comes over and helps me with the judging. So thank you, dear. So Jenny wants to talk about a little bit about the judging process and what she's seen over the years.
As Ruthie said, this is the 12th year that I've done this, and you know, it's really cool. Over the years, you know, we've seen some pretty remarkable stuff. We've seen some designs that make you say, wow, you know, I never really thought of that. And we see some duds that make you say, what were they thinking? But I want you to know that I take the privilege of getting to judge this very seriously. And it's not just because there's a lot of money involved, which there is, and there's some pretty cool prizes, you know, which there also is. But this involves people's dreams. And I don't mean just, you know, like classroom assignments and livestock. these are people's dreams, and you can't just go around stomping on people's dreams. I think that a collaboration between the designers and the alpaca owners is really a valuable thing. I think that everybody can succeed doing this. And just like with every other facet of life, if you work and put your efforts into making somebody else look good, everybody wins. The designers, you know, they work pretty hard and they make the alpaca people look pretty good. And the alpaca people already believe that they make everybody else look good. But, you know, we can work on this and we can do a little better. A good designer really understands what makes alpaca fiber a little bit different from everything else. They understand the particular facets of alpaca, you know, whether it's soft or not, whether it's curly or not, whether it's elastic or not. They understand color and yarn and fiber. They understand the difference between woven and knitted and felted. And they understand body parts and how to make designs that will accommodate parts that need to move and how they need to move. Most alpaca people don't really know these things. It's okay. What alpaca people know is TDN analysis and how to accommodate for that. They understand parasite cycles and ovulation cycles. They understand fences and grass and weeds and which ones are problems. They know, some of them know a little bit about skirting and know about microns. They manage for stress and for heat and for cold. Alpaca people hold their breath for 11 and a half months hoping for a girl. Right? And they get up at 3 o'clock in the morning because they heard a noise out at the barn. But they really don't understand fashion and textile design very well. So this competition, like Ruthie said, you know, the alpaca owners have donated a lot of fiber and fabrics so that the designers can get their hands on this actual stuff that they're going to be designing with. And I've lost my place. The students are totally, completely immersed in design and color and fashion and really cool ideas. And they're given pretty free rein for their designs. So when the designs come in, you know, they're having a really nice, clear display of their ideas, and you'll get to see those out, and probably you already did, is a real plus. But we have score sheets, you know, like they do for lots of other things. And it has things like overall appeal and is this idea marketable and that sort of thing. And it's also got in there technical things like how is the seaming and the buttons and the fasteners going to work together on this. So at the end of it all, it's not just I like this one better and I don't much care for that one. There's a lot more to that than this. But at the end of it all, it comes down to alpacas. And it has to be a design. The winner has to have a design that an alpaca owner that, remember, doesn't really know much about textiles and design can point to and say, this, do you see this design? This is what you can do with alpaca. This is why I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. This is that and the kisses on the nose and the nice comfortable barn. So the designers need to keep in mind that all of these alpacas that they're using their wool for and for their designs, these alpacas have names. They don't have ear tag numbers and are just basically eating machines that, you know, like livestock, like cattle. They have personalities and they have friends, and unlike cotton plants, you know, they have preferences and they care a lot about comfort. And alpaca owners need to understand that designers have cell phones and credit cards. They can order really wonderful fiber from anywhere in the world. And their designs are nice. And they can design really cool stuff for moving body parts and make somebody look good with yak, like silk, like mohair. They need you too. And so really at the end of it all, you need each other. You need to take care of each other. You need to look out for each other, because you can each make each other look good. And that's what this design is.
You can tell why she's so good at being our judge. And Nancy is much, much the same. It's an amazing thing to watch them judge these entries. So, in fourth place for textiles, we have Lena Willie, who is from, Jessica Moore. I'm getting my fashion and my textiles mixed up. I do that every year. Okay, Jessica Moore, who is from Kent State University in Kent, Ohio. Come on up. Her instructor is Janice Lessman Moss, who we've worked with for many, many years. Jessica is a normal student entry that we got, okay? It looks like she was involved with Janice. So her sponsor is America's Natural Alpaca in Somerville, Ohio. There you go. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Here's a check. Maybe I'll get this right. Okay, our third place finalist is Amy May. No, we're going to do it later. She's local. She's from Franklin, Tennessee, actually lives in Fairview, just down the road. And her instructor is Annette Metcalf, who is over there with her. This is their first time in a while from O'Moore to enter the competition, but we're glad to have them back. And this fall they go into the Belmont University system, so we're excited about that for them. So congratulations, Amy. Oh, and I have to give a shout out to the Tennessee Alpaca Association who sponsored her. Our second place finalist in textiles is Hannah Beckett, who is from now Jefferson Philadelphia University. Her instructor is Megan Kelly. I cannot remember a year that Philadelphia University didn't have a finalist or two up here. So we're thrilled that she's here, and congratulations.
Thank you.
And our first place is Catherine Matos Gonzalez from FIT in New York City. Her instructor is Nomi Kleinman, who we've been working with for the last 5 years, and we love working with them. And her sponsor is CNC Alpaca's Chris Riekerd. So here you go. Thank you. Now we're going to Lena Willie, who is the fourth place fashion finalist. She's from Washington University in St. Louis, Missouri. This is the first year that Washington University has ever entered this competition. And we're excited that we have two finalists that are here from the same university. So, yay. Her instructor is Jennifer Ingram, and her sponsor is Liz Valkamp. There you go. Thank you. Fashion third place is Sydney Lennox from Kansas State University. Sherry Haar has been our contact at Kansas State since this program began. We get 7 to 10 entries every year, and Sherry is just happy to work with. And the great thing is that she has hoarded all these samples that we've sent her for so many years. So one of the Kansas State entries had a piece of alpaca fabric on it that I haven't seen in about 8 years. So here's this little swatch, and I'm going, wow, she kept it all those years. Okay, so Sydney, her sponsor is Alpaca, who is a very good sponsor for this competition. Congratulations. In second place is Amanda Fosnight, also from Washington University. Come on up. Instructor is Jennifer Ingram, and also Liz Valkamp sponsored this entry. Liz also sponsored the other 2 entries that we got from Washington, so it's really cool. So congratulations. And Amanda just graduated, so yay, give her a big hand for that. And our first place finalist is Megan Gregory from SCAD. Stand up. She brought most of her family with her, so it's really kind of cool. She's got her own cheering section over there. This was hands down our favorite entry of the entire competition. It is just outstanding. I am just so pleased with it.
Thank you.
So her instructor is Doris Treptow Kovacs. Her instructor and I have become good friends over the last 4 or 5 years, and they do an outstanding job there. And her sponsor is Midnight Moon Alpacas in Elmhurst, Illinois. Congratulations. So the only way we make this happen is by the donations that you give monetarily and through the actual fiber products that we send to the schools. There's no other way that this would work, and I'm so glad that it's worked for 15 years. I'm proud to be a part of it. Thank you.